What's up, y'all? Bye, gosh. Stoosey Boys up in the house. Come back around again. Friday evening, live stream, tearing it up all the way across YouTube and at all parts beyond, maybe far out way in the reaches of space and such. Hope everyone's having a great day. Hope everyone's getting a weekend kicked off right. Hope all the fine folk are doing fantastic out there in the Okefenokee. Hope everyone, wherever you are, is just cold, laid back, cold kicking it live. You know what I'm saying? Peace, calm, positivity, love, safety, and determination from the Stoosey Boys all the wide way around the wide world. Whether you think it's circle or flat, I guess we can all agree that it's to a certain degree wide, right? So hope everyone's having a great day. Appreciating all the folk that dropping up, watching the live stream. Appreciating all the folk double tapping them, that screen driving up in likes. USA hit 1.1 million subs. That's what I kind of thought with that tag. We're on the road to 1 million, y'all. We're going to get it. We're going to get it. And every time somebody presses that motherfucking subscriber button, that gets us just one little bitty baby. Ooh. Flat, hence outer space, not upper space. Ooh. Yeah, baby. That's that Wild Wade Lucero. Now, hold up. We got to give it a minute. USA from Santa Fe. How you doing, Fandam, my friend? And then we got Wild Wade Lucero coming right behind him. And he already got him a little bit of an intro, so I'm not going to beat him over the head with that one. But welcome, Wade, of course. Some cool cats there. But yeah, we're vibing up, hitting it up in live streams. Like I said, 1 million subs. We're getting it. It's happening today, baby. I can feel it. It's in the air. Just like all this hella high humidity. We're grooving and fucking kicking ass. You know what I'm saying? Them Stoosey Boys always on a funky trip, you dig? We be pleading that fifth, hitting it up. Having a hell of a time, you know what I'm saying? And it's all thanks to the fam dam, the repeat offenders, the fine homies that make the Stoosey Boys, you know, popping, lit, and live. And it's also great to see you as well this Friday evening, USA. How has the week been? Did they treat everyone all right? Did we make it, y'all? I made it. I'm going to tell you right now. Like I say, we total success story on that end. There was some rain. There was some detrimental things that may or may not have occurred or what have you. But I certainly made it. So, shout out for sure. And it seems old Wade and USA from Santa Fe, hell, this was Wade's birthday week. So, and don't think I didn't see all them pictures post up on Discord neither. Them bags of crazy stuff and fun whatnot. 1 million subs, y'all, but it doesn't happen without you. It hits that subscribe button right up there in that corner. That's what does it for us. That's what rings the bell. That's what chimes the angels down from on high to fight the inglorious bastards of hell. Hey, USA, and then we're still celebrating his birthday. Taurus Club Unite. Hey, you could have been born with any. How does that go? I'm fighting an adrenaline crash. My neighbor's house caught fire. Had to save an old lady and 2 dogs. I saved the house. Had the fire out by the time fire department got there. Goddamn. Fucking hell, Wade. Seems like you need to be live streaming. Put that man on a pedestal. I did see those pictures. It's like you clicked them and it made it download them. But then once it kind of downloaded, it just pulled up. It didn't make it like a PDF or something. It was maybe like a weird zip file. But yeah, it was vibing. Just goodies and stuff. Big old fat bag of sour, gummy, whatever the hells, and just that and the other. Man, it's a little warm in the Okefenokee, y'all. And y'all see, well, you kind of see, out the window, it's fucking night. So, like, and it's still real good and humid. I'm waiting on these thunderstorms, some hellacious rain to come through and just blow the humidity out. Yes, we have fam dam up in the house, letting it rock and letting it ride. And kicking ass and I want to say laying gravel, plowing gravel. Ooh, and a nice breeze comes in and smacks me right in the face. That was, oh, yes. See, sometimes the universe just has a funny way of telling you that you're doing the right thing. And I like to think cool, nice breezes right smack in the face is one of those many methods. And sometimes the universe has a way of reaching down and telling you that you're doing the wrong thing. Smacking you right clear across the face, and it's probably because you deserve it. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you do. You know, the universe is a self-correcting animal. Some say it's a brain cell. What do you think? Let us know in the comments down below. It sounds nice and peaceful out there. All the animals making noise. Yeah, won't shit be quiet. The only time it gets quiet is in the dead of winter. Then it kind of gets freaky. And that's another thing, too. I feel like a lot of people maybe dig our audio ambience because I've noticed that, like, even in the shorts, it's just like an orgy of animal and bird and cows and everything else. Fucking cats getting in shit. Ashes. Splotch. Stardust is up in the house and has pizza. Let's fucking go. What kind of pizza? Hold up. Is there any pineapple on that motherfucker? I gotta know. It's not a turnoff. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Now, I'm not gonna order it that way. I am never gonna order a pizza with pineapple on it unless I'm ordering it for fucking Rainbow. And that's her particular style. But no, I will never order a pineapple pizza for myself. And not out of like religious whatever. I just don't. It's not the worst thing on pizza, but I don't really care for it myself. Unless it has pig. Stardust, we're also going to go pick up a pizza in about a half hour. All right, on. I was a pizza delivery boy at Pizza Hut one time. Pineapple police. I want the pineapple police. I will eat that. But I'm not going to order it that way. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you the idea of pizza. And I worked at Pizza Hut and had access to the whole everything that they had to offer. Spot. Shag ass. The creme de la creme pizza that your boy came up with was a stuffed crust dough, Alfredo sauce. You're going to put your rotini in at this point. You're going to sprinkle that whole bitch in rotini. Not crazy heavy, but, you know, a good amount. Topper with cheese and chicken and bacon. Throw some more cheese to top off the chicken and bacon. There you go, boys. That motherfucker will weigh like 5-10 pounds when you pull it out of the oven. Barbecue chicken pizza. One pizza that was legendary was the Jack Doobie. It was like a taco pizza. Beef and cheese, taco meat from home. I forget what he used as a sauce. He might have used salsa as a sauce. Mexican cheese topping. It was glorious. That Mexican pizza wasn't nothing to scoff at. Taco Bell ain't have shit on us. But chicken bee made GMO. It's a half meat lover and a half pepperoni and pineapple. And you know pepperoni and pineapple? You got to go with the ham and pineapple, man. That's a Hawaiian. And here's a trick, y'all. We also invented the flying Hawaiian pizza. That's when you get a Hawaiian pizza with chicken added. That's your flying Hawaiian. I fucked up a couple people trying to place orders. Hey, man, you want to make that Hawaiian flying? They go, what the hell? What are you talking about? I add chicken to a Hawaiian pizza. It makes it a flying Hawaiian. It's a gimmick we're doing. It's a lot of fun. And they'd be like, oh, no, I guess I'm good. Tat ain't too bad. You guys like pizza out here. New Mexico with green chili. I would give it a roll for sure. Let me get the woman up in here. Well, I mean, more power to you. Mrs. Boston, how are you this lovely evening? Madame. You treat her with respect. She's Puerto Rican. She'll put her foot all the way up in your ass. No doubt about it, neither. I just heard a very large branch crack back there in the wilderness. And then a cow screamed. It was probably a cow. But what's up, everybody? Let's hit up on the fine folk that have made this stream badass in the first 10 minutes. She said you remember that. Oh, yeah, duh. Anyway, I've already not forgot Puerto Rican. So Mr. Boston up in the house, of course. USA from Santa Fe come in with kicking ass. Stardust, of course, dropping in with that fun. Him sis coming through on the follow through. And yes, like I say, we're kicking ass, hanging up with fam. Damn, 1 million subs. We're on the road, baby. We're getting there. That's an A+. Don't worry, I'm friends to them animals and shit. Oh, good. I'd love to put you out here on one of these cows, see if you can ride it. That thing would take off running long before he ever got the chance to hop on it. Unless he rolled up real sneaky like. Or maybe was up in a tree and like dropped out of the tree onto the cow and then fucking maybe you pet it and look it in the eye. I can't get close to them. They all run off. What they don't understand is I'm the one human they don't have to worry about. It's the one that feeds them and takes care of them that's going to betray them in the end because they're beef cows. It's not like dairy or nothing. No, that's going to be tomorrow's hamburger out there in that field. And they don't know it, but I'm not the one to fear. Smoke you another one. Oh, God damn it, Stardust. I think I just fucking might do that via courtesy of this unique clipper. Who remembers clippers? Is that still a thing? I feel like they were way overhyped. Dim deer bulls. There's bulls out there, but they do pretty good on keeping them dehorned. So, might as well be cows with cocks. I'm on lit 21 shit. Try again, Mr. Boston. My brain just spun a wicked wheel of chance trying to understand what the hell it was that you said. Don't have a clue. Lee Mock up in the house. What's popping, dog? Like I say, hope everyone's having a fine day out in El. I'm still trying to understand what the hell Mr. Boston. I'm on LT 21 shitting. Maybe I'm more redneck than you. Maybe. Maybe. Where the hell did that clipper go? This guy's cracking me up. Sober. Who's sober? Some of us plead the fifth, right? I mean, the family. Well, some of the. I decided to quit drinking alcohol out of solidarity. So, you know, I'm going to say that I'm not going to say that it's dramatically improved my life or anything like that. But I might have an extra 1 to 3 or 5% energy. You know what I mean? Gina said I am sober. Damn. 21 genes in me. Boston, what are you on, bro? Sometimes you just got to plead the fifth, man. Now, that's another thing. Yeah, drinking, it's terrible for you. Alcohol, you know, just fermented sugar. Definitely not do that. On the other hand, we have an alternative. Forget about it, kids. You see, the United States Constitution contains a number of amendments. And the Fifth Amendment in that list is a grandiose citizen's right to not self-incriminate oneself in the presence of, what do you call it? Gina thinks she was... Who's Gina? Is that Mrs. Boston? Because I don't know. Like I say, all I know about Mrs. Boston is she'll kick that ass and she's Puerto Rican. But wrecked. I can know my ABDs. We're just talking about things in a kind of long, roundabout sort of way. All our founders smoked and grew weed. USA's blowing smoke. That's kind of a complicated thing, all right? So what I'm under the impression people are, Gina's Mrs. Boston. Okay, sweet. So from here on out, if he's talking about Gina, he's talking about Mrs. Milo up in this house and he's back. That's a repeat offender from on back. Milo, where the hell you been, bro? You get the laughings. Right on. I prefer Mrs. Boston because it's like, hey, that just sounds real. You know what I mean? Kind of like, kind of a Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head sort of thing. Since 1745. Now they grew hemp. I'm under the impression the founding fathers were up on that hemp, but allegedly some of their harvest notes contain things along the lines of they were separating seeds and plants based on potency and strains and stuff. And they're not 100% sure. Of course, they could have been separating seeds for better hemp and like twisted vine, whatever. I'm not exactly sure what better hemp would be. I guess a more durable hemp because that's sort of, they're making ropes and sails 90% of the time. So it also makes sense that they're practicing cultivation. They're like, hey, this one grows pretty good and this one ain't worth the fuck. We could put Boston on the hookah with Smoke Wars. C-Man can hold his own. Well, I don't think that proves anybody's is or isn't a redneck. I think, if anything, the first one to take a piece of wood and whittle out his own pipe would probably be a little bit more of a redneck thing. The things you think when our ships had rope. What? Try again, Boston. Boston, have you had a few tonight? Excuse me, sir. Go ahead and shut off the car. Have you been drinking tonight? Have you been? Oh my God! It even kind of. Yeah. Why don't you go ahead, Mr. Boston? Why don't you step out of this vehicle here? We're gonna go ahead and make sure that you. We don't want anyone to be in any danger out here or anything. Hemp. Yep. All right, Mr. Boston. Why don't you go ahead and place your hands on top of the vehicle? He's like, the revolution happened here. Help. Mr. Alec Bradshaw up in the house. Let's go. Mr. Boston, I'm going to need the rest of your bottle for research purposes. Yeah, baby. Hamster man hath arrived. Professor Bradshaw in the house. What, Splotch? What, my dear boy? Yes, I understand. Come here. If you're going to be in here, you better let me pet you. Come here, dude. He's like, no, fuck you. USS Constitution. All right, sir, I'm going to have to ask you to spread your hands and feet and place your hands behind your head, interlock your fingers. I'm going to have to pat you down and make sure you ain't got eye of the hamster. It's the eye of the hamster. It's the will of the fight. Greasy ass little tiny gerbils. He said, yuck, cat piss. What happened? What? Why don't you go ahead and step inside the car? Not to give Wade Lucero flashbacks or any of the fam damn flashbacks. Now, listen, I've never been in that situation, and I'm not trying to be. And all of y'all know exactly what I just did. So, Gina said you sung that last week. Yeah, the eye of the hamster. He's got diplomatic immunity. Not much Boston. Haven't drank alcohol in 16 days, but boy, I want to plead the fifth, Bradshaw. Listen, I was talking about this before you got on the stream. Plead the fifth. Trevor, you'll be all right. Just listen, dude. Just chill, man. Stardust. Trevor Thames back in the house was popping, Trevor. So we getting them numbers kind of crawling up there. It's 1 million subs, man. And Wade White might remember. This is the thing with alcohol, because it's like we get in a social situation. It's not that I'm going to directly, or that I'm have been told or anything like that, or I'm going to directly avoid. maybe at some point at a social function, I'll have me a drink. But life is perfectly fine without it. And I'm telling you, at the end of on the nights of the weekend, say like Friday night and say 3 more hours, or Saturday night or whatever night, and when you're at the ass end of the night, you're not just so goddamn. And my stomach, holy fuck, bro. I'm telling you. Now, granted, I'm fucking Rainbow Band, my baby, my yeah. Rainbow Band up in the house. Sorry, baby, I missed your thing. Hold on, I gotta drop back. Pyramid ritual. Was that the thing about flying pyramids? It's not a tomb, it's a power station. What? Oh, the pyramid. The booze probably isn't a good idea, but it's fun to think about it. Oh, fuck, here we go. Well, everything in moderation is fine, right? But I just think if you can go without it, why not, I guess, is the deal. Why not? Now, if you can't, then maybe that's a discussion for a different day. But apparently, we quit drinking on April Fool's Day, which is fucking hilarious. Real goddamn. But do I miss it? Not really. In like social situations, perhaps. But that's literally the extent of it, bro. I was never real in. I liked alcohol. Don't get me wrong. I had a lot of different variations and kinds, and know my way around some stuff. Mixed drinks, I pour a glass quick as fuck. I don't really have this ill look back on it or anything like that. But at the end of the day, all alcohol tastes like shit. That's the problem that I would always eventually run into with alcohol. You can mix it, you can twist it, you can spike it, you can jump it, fucking throw it over the moon and back again. But at the end of I just could never get away from that alcohol place. Don't get me wrong, some alcohol tastes better than others. And there's mixed drinks out there that, were pretty half decent, I wasn't going to lie. But at the end of the day, there was always that alcohol. And my stomach could always tell. It was always like, man. That's why I don't think I've ever officially, technically blacked out on alcohol. Because my stomach always gives out on me before I get there. And maybe if I tried Minno's pickle juice method or whatever, but I just can't sit there and drink pickle juice. Like the fuck. All right, now let's roll back on this. Hold on. Roll it back. Thanks, Debbie Downer. Yeah, that's the angel and the devil talking. I've already been 16 days without it. The pyramids are important. More important is the ley lines they sit on. 13 days, so sue me. What? Nah, Boston, you're cool. If anybody wants to drink, more power to them. Some of it tastes good. I miss it sometimes. Sure, and that's about the extent of it. Don't drink and drive. Oh, wait, hold on. Don't drink and drink. Smoke weed and fly. Don't drink and drive. Smoke weed and fly. Yeah. Wow, that really doesn't. That looks like shit if you're not an actual shadow. Nah, Boston, you're cool. If anybody wants to drink, more power to them. That's their God-given right. We're just, I've laid off it. It's fine. Hold on. Let me play. Let me take one more smack here, and we'll fucking. Yeah, I mean, the taste is a small obstacle for me. It's how much I put down. I'm a camel. It's probably been a year since I had any, but I could pick up like I never stopped. I argue that I never had a problem. It just, it definitely makes sense at the time. And, as we keep, do I feel any healthier? Like I said way back before at the start of this tangent, maybe about 5-ish%, just feel a little bit more, less bogged down. If that makes any sense. Kind of like if you ever get in a habit of eating the fuck out of fast food, say you eat fast food exclusively for like a week or two, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Just bog down, man. Like Sis said, I can take it or leave it. You can mix it. So, and don't get me wrong, Boston, I've had some damn fine mixed drinks over the years. Shit that wasn't bad, shit that you could barely taste it, but it's like somehow my stomach sure as fuck always could. On God. And I'm someone that eats spicy stuff, so I don't think I have an inherently weak stomach, except perhaps the alcohol. I don't know. Y'all seen me get twisted and bent many a times on these live streams and shit. So, fast food has embalming fluid in it. Well, I get what I'm not saying it's the same, but exactly, Boston. If you go to consuming things that are inherently negative with any sort of repetition to it, you're gonna feel it when you stop doing those things. That's all I'm saying. Now, if you go too hard on it, see, I never had any actual alcohol withdrawals or no crazy shit like that. I wasn't shaking, and I would only drink on the weekends, and that's usually was just Friday, Saturday, and sometimes Thursday. Very, very rarely do I drink on Sundays, part of my religion. Besides, when you're hot, water's just as good. It just doesn't get you crunked. But if you plead the fifth and drink water, then all of a sudden, if I'm drinking, I do so to get drunk. Well, I feel you 100%. Y'all is weak because life was kinder to you. My so-called friend. Ooh. Boston, what the hell are you tripping on? Everybody's cool, bro. I'm just saying. Peace, calm, positivity, love, safety. Oh, I got to do a shout out. Peace, calm, positivity, love, safety, determination from Kentucky all around the world. How y'all doing tonight? We hit it up on the 1,000,000 sub live stream. Life is lit. Life is for the living. We've said it 1 billion times. Y'all don't be tripping. My life has not been easy, sir. No, sis has definitely had a hard, all hell. Well, sis has definitely had a hard way to go. Listen, man, everybody's got struggles and strife, man. I bet even them Rockefellers is up there. Even they've got to get upset while they're waiting on the butler to bring their next whatever the fuck. On down, that fucking butler's taking forever to get here. When's that son of a bitch going to bring me my cherry ice water sparkling imported vintage wine from fucking Somalia? Was stabbed and shot. Both my. There he goes using that word. Boston, settle down over there. Man, I almost pinned that message. Hold on. There you go. Where Pawpaw at this evening? Pawpaw's chilling. And also, Boston, it sounds like you should have moved to the left or ducked. That is the. Boston's over here going crazy. Oh hell, he's went way back. This ain't no pissing contest. Everyone's had a hard way to go, right? I don't give a damn if you live in Candyland or you live in the slums or anywhere in between. Pawpaw doesn't want to stream. Oh, I mean, I'm sure he's somewhere around. He's tired, Grandpa. Right is right. Oh, no, might makes right, brother. The only reason what we think of as right is what we think of as right is because a hot minute ago somebody decided that was right and had the might to make it so. True story. If you want to look at it from an analytical point of view, it's the struggles that define you and the hardships you endure. Yeah, for sure. Experience. It's like learning everything. Perfect example. When I was a kid, it's like I knew that I didn't know shit. Everyone told me, because like you see all these cocky youngins up on the block, right? Think they know every fucking thing. My problem is it's like I thought I knew that I didn't know everything until I actually experienced that I didn't know everything. And it's like, wow, I really, really didn't know what the fuck. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I always had that moment. Oh, I dreamed a downward spiral. Well, quit doing that. Well, all dreams have meanings. I've been fighting the system to put a pedo away. Yeah, for real. Now we can use some of our collective might to make right where that would have only been a 5-minute process, a simple drive up the road, you know. But, you know, have I lost control of this live stream? I think I have. Played the fifth. What? I never been shot. I'm more squirrely than Jackie Chan. He has told me his build, and he's pretty much about Jack Doobie's stature. So I could totally believe it. He pulls some Matrix shit, just whoop, whoop, fucking Gumby his way out this motherfucker. Generation by generation. Y'all ever seen Idiocracy? I haven't, but I've got the gist of it, and I really should, considering I love Beavis, Butthead, and King of the Hill, and Mike Judge is the one that does Idiocracy, so I probably really need to see that. A Blazy Susan? Pays? What? I know what those are. Those are those pink rolling papers and cones and shit. Fuck! That's dog food, dumbass. You're a cat. He don't give a shit. He said, fuck you. It's just a little bit bigger pieces. It's all the same shit. Okay. Cat does what he fucking wants, I guess. Burns of bullet hurt. Yeah, I would imagine. No way. You must be a tripping. Let's see. I got discount stabbed once with a fucking hot dog fork. The Stoosey Boys. What's up, bro? Voxel Bandit, hit that subscriber button, burn it up and burn it down. Said it's lit. Put them there, pink rolling papers. I have gotten them before. It's more like a gimmick, something for the old lady and whatnot. You know what I mean? What we're really thirsting for, and if anyone can reach and put the word out, we're hankering for a sweet midnight special rolling paper sponsorship. Would be cool as hell. If we could get that going, because I've seen people be sponsored by Raw, and it's like, listen, Raw is a fine brand. Raw is a fantastic brand. I don't have a problem with Raw whatsoever. But I would love that midnight special sponsorship. Show's fuck. That's a rarity. You do not see them bitches. So let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let the midnight special shine her ever loving light on me. Well, you wake up in the morning and it's the same old thing. Dehumanization. Body inhumane, the warden's dog is treated better, and I can't take it no more. I think it's time we turn some pages to more to study for, so let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let the midnight special, if you're gonna run for office, then it's TV time. Before you mention schools of service, let's talk about crime. Say I'll sweep them into prisons, whether it's 60 or 10s. Politicians throw a party when they're put to death. Let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let the midnight special shine her ever loving light on me. Interdimensional cable. I'm for real. Why? Because we can find another dimension where the Stoosey Boys are in charge of this shit. Technically, per the multiverse theory, there are universes where everything is Stoosey. Do you guys like I don't know what that is, bro. Is that like Santa tweaking on crack? Damn, bro, you can't use that fucking word, bro. Boston, I don't know why the hell you would think that would be an acceptable word to use. So we're going to put you on fucking timeout. You have to sit and think about what you've done. True story, bro. Quest, welcome to the house. How y'all doing? See, man, out here having to lay down the law. I was singing Midnight Special by Mischief Brew, bro. All right, I thought. Yeah, what the fuck? Bro's killing me out here. Boston didn't make it up. No, I'm sure. The problem is, right, we stand for fucking freedom of everyone being able to do whatever they want and feel good, vibe, and jive. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no damn reason. As his lawyer, no, I understand, but the context doesn't matter. Don't fucking, yeah. Because it's there we go. Boston just feeling a little spicy tonight. Yeah, well, I got that vibe from earlier, but I was letting him on a long leash, and then he fucking jumped the fence on me. All right, we're vibing. Somebody drop a fucking song request in the chat. So let's get this party back rocking. The Constitution means as much. Oh, no, I hear you 100%. But I'm also hearing a lot of beating and banging going on in the dark. I'm hoping the cats aren't getting whipped by that screen door. There's nothing more southern than a screen door blowing in the wind. And all these goddamn moths flying around my face. Astronaut in the ocean. I don't know that, but I need to know that. Let me write that down. I have another note here for wood-flavored ice cream. I'm not exactly sure. I don't know what kind of fresh hell we cooked up that we were thinking of wood-flavored ice cream, and yet somehow, there's me a writing stick. Astro in ocean. There we go. Rye whiskey, rye whiskey. I cry if I don't get rye whiskey. I surely will die. Almost makes me think of that cool water for some reason. It's like all day I face the barren waste without a taste of water. Cool water. Old Dan and I, our throats were dry and souls that cry for water. Cool, clear water. Yeah, it tastes good. My client has been fixing his boat. Oh, word. Oh, no, I seen the posts up on the Discord. I seen him go sailing. And he pleads the field. I don't need it. Oh, my God. I don't need it. I don't need it. And then he just fucking, he's like, I need it. God damn it, y'all are going to make me blow through my water stockpile and I'll have to scavenge for more. And for the record, I need it. I always love that part where fucking Patrick comes in after he takes all his shit off and just walks in there not thinking nothing. He obviously he's like, I love that part. Made a hell of a lot of good memes out of that scene. A hell of a lot of good memes. Now, We need to take a moment to drop in and hit up all them fine motherfuckers that made this stream bebopping badass. How far back does it go? I don't think it'll scroll all the way back to the top. No, it fucking did. Wow. Okay, so we had USA come in, kicked in the door. Wade Lucero come in right behind a badass motherfucker. Sis come in around out the back and top. We had Stardust come through. I got to slide through all the deleted messages. We had Boston come through. We had Rainbow Band, My Baby, My Get. We had Bradshaw showing up. We had motherfucking got to get through all the. We had Voxel Bandit showing up. One homie dropped through. Tome Reader coming through asking about the Huggies. Hair Smoking Tobacco was a brand manufactured by the Beatlins or yeah, smoking tobacco, which is what we could have called it to begin with. But it's beside the point. We're moving on. Hubbard Construction. We're there when we need to be there. This portion of the stream brought to you by Salem's Bows and More. Premium wax melts at a very reasonable cost. Space Scented line now out, and we got to say, we folks have hit up. We've got the reviews back. Cosmic Rainbow's real popping and pumping. I wish like fuck I had a sample thing to sit here and display to y'all. If somebody could prepare me that, if they'd listen, would be badass. But Salem's Bows and More, be sure to check it out. Y'all are pretty great over there. I happen to have an in with the owner of that establishment. He really backs the stream. Y'all just don't have y'all ain't got no idea, man. Somebody, big hair tobacco. Is that like Warren County Twist? Is that some kind of... I've never tried Twist, but man, I kind of want to. Nasty. I don't even know how to fuck. It's all loose leaf. We need to transplant us a tobacco plant. I'd love to roll up some cahoots or whatever, chahoots. How the fuck you pronounce them? Would be cool as shit. Rough motherfuckers. Be like backwoods, basically. But you can do it. Sit there with a dried leaf and do it. Yes, sir. For some reason, YouTube felt the need to recommend that shit to me. So I've been, yeah. It's really a thing. No, it's pipe tobacco. Oh, okay. Well, here we have the Gambler. Seems to be a fine-ish brand. It all goes to fuck when it turns to powder on you. The one that's got my fucking mom's house on the front of it almost. What is your favorite brand of rolling paper? Well, once again, if I could get that Midnight Special sponsorship, would be badass. But admittedly, it's hard to find them bitches. So far, my most successful rolling appears to be with the classic JOB 1.0. Right there, right down the middle. Yeah, no, I'm sure it was. That's why I'm not like flipping over tables and everything else. It's just nothing. Anyway. I don't know what that is, Voxel Bandit. The name's kind of cool, though. Yeah, I hear you. There used to be a tobacco patch out here in the mountains. It burned in a wildfire. Well, that sucks. Problem with tobacco, I think it's kind of a fickle crop as far as what, where it likes to live. I think it can't be too awful dry. The altitude's got to be right, and soil, everything else, you know. Yeah, we need to talk about that, Wade. Yeah, hold it back way the hell on up, because Wade was talking about that. So break it down for us if you can, Wade. I know it might be a lot of typing. Maybe you can do a text to type or whatever. Lay it on us, man. What the hell happened? What were you doing? You saw the smoke. It's like you saved the woman, the two dogs. What the hell happened there? If you can give us some more information, something about that, lay it on, man, because you said something about that earlier, and then we got off on our regular hijinks and bullshit. So we didn't really, we were all like, oh, yeah, it's fucking awesome. Wait, and like, it is awesome. It's like, say, we over here up on some bull. I think he might appreciate the return to normalcy. Don't get me wrong. But what the hell did you do, dude? Like say, bro has had like the time. First off, if there was any midlife or late life crisis, well, I think that probably just circumvented it. Unless he becomes an adrenaline junkie and starts jumping off buildings and bridges and shit, bungee jumping and everything else. We'd crack wise, like I say, it's liable to take him a minute to get all his peaches picked from the tree there. I'll set the spell. Hold on. The kid is hot tonight. The world so hot tonight. Can I get some fire emojis? But where will it be tomorrow? Let's show some smoke, some fire. Let's laugh at the face of tragedy. The kid is hot tonight. The world so hot. He smelled it 10 minutes before. Then the lady screamed help. Got old lady and 2 dogs. So were you in the house? Were you just like, were you tending to the crops? Were you outside? He's like, man, he smells something, bro. Did he say it? Hold on, am I on top? Holy shit, I've been on top messages this whole fucking time. Oh, God, okay. Wow. And now I can't see. Wow. What is that emoji? A fire truck. It was sprinkle it with like buckets of water, or did you was there a garden hose or fire extinguishers? I mean, bro, literally come in and like save the fucking day out here, man. Like I say, I'd say hats off to Wade, but I don't even have a bandana on here. So, damn. Oh, fucking Wade needs to head on down to the fucking local fire station and start giving demonstrations. Look here, boys. Here's what you need to do. It was the woman. It was with the 2 cats, 2 dogs. Hell yeah. Would you just open the door and they run out, hopefully? Or was they ankle biters? Is he getting bit the whole time? Fuck. We have great water pressure. Okay. See, he doesn't live in that part of California, which I'm well aware, but... He's a fireman. Makes me also think of that King of the Hill episode where they're all firefighters. One of the top 5 probably King of the Hill episodes. The Jaws of Life, a.k.a. The Jaws. The victim's trapped in a car. Well, this baby will peel it like an orange. He said, yeah, let's see what it does to a real orange. Word up. So Wade got the garden hose out and he just showed it who's boss. What happened, bro? Did fire leave the stove on? Fucking somebody knock a candle over? Somebody, what are we looking at here? Gas leak? I figure if it was a gas leak, I guess the whole fucking house would have probably... Don't know. Was she a smoker? Didn't drop some ashes? What happened here, Wade? I understand you've already played the role of fireman, so maybe you don't feel like playing the role of detective, and your boy totally understands that. But, like, what? What's up? Man, that water was delicious and hydrating. Man, things have gone awful quiet here in the Okefenokee. I hope everyone's doing fine. Now we can get the real stream started. Wish I could, like, reach up here, dim the light. What's up, y'all? This is C-Man and the Stoosey Boys coming at you nice, clear, and precise from the backwoods of Kentucky here at Stoosey Boy World Headquarters. We've been having a real fun show with you. Wade Lucero saved the day earlier in California, putting helped to extinguish a wildfire or a house fire ahead of the arrival of the local fire department, as well as save the life of an elderly woman and her 2 dogs. So, our hats off, of course. Wade Lucero taking care of business. Said he was outside, burned up the wall, caught the eave and part of the roof on fire. But I'm under the impression Wade Lucero took care of business. Unfortunately, Stardust's neighbor's trailer caught on fire, and now they live in tents on their property. That sounds terrible, Stardust. It's absolutely horrible. But we hope that good fortune, good vibes, positivity can reach out to them as well as anyone else around the world who's in dire need in this moment. We hope you all are doing exceptionally well and fantastically great. We're all doing exceptionally well here at the studio. Fam Dam, Rainbow, Sis, Pawpaw, all the folk are fine. You know, we're all just hanging out, chilling, vibing. Everyone's where they need to be. You know, sometimes we can argue the fact of whether things happen for a reason or whether they don't. But regardless of that situation, you are where you are. And that's something to consider, something to think about, perhaps even something to ponder. Now, if all the fine viewers of this live stream could hit it up in chat, tell us where it is, where it was at, well, we sure would appreciate that. Y'all all are great. Y'all are fantastic. Every subscriber in the Stoosey Boys makes up an army of the Fam Dam, the greatest, most glorious group of individuals this world has ever known. And we'll go beyond YouTube. We'll go ahead and we'll go as far as to say that the world, and perhaps even the universe, as we have not yet made official established contact with other, takes hat off, as we have not established contact with other extraterrestrial or greater life forms. It is safe to assume that this fam family, this group of subscribers, this gaggle of friends, acquaintances, fine folk and such, is without a doubt the greatest collection of minds in the universe. So, after all that, man, I damn had me sweating. Fucking Christ. I think it's because all this jumping around I do generates a natural breeze that keeps me cool. Kind of like an airbender. Where is the 5th? I think we need some more of it. Can we get it here? Let's get a fucking, I got a fun idea. Let's get one of those shared played the 5th moments going. All the fine folk out there who can, this is your ring-a-ding-ding. This is your check this out moment. We're all going to play the 5th. Y'all know the drill. You boy, you get your 5th ready. Everybody gets real good and situated and situated. When you gear up, you gotta get ready. And then I'll give us a little countdown. Now, if you want to be more probably accurate with the delay, you're probably best going off and pleading on the 3. You know, this is a thing that we've done forever. Actually, wouldn't mind living in a tent. Yeah, but I think it's at the point where you have no other choice that I believe most of the fun is immediately taken out of it. Because all of a sudden it's like, wow, this is my house. But, you know, under the circumstances, we got a lot of rain and tornadoes and shit out here. I don't think that would be very fun. A goddamn tent blown away. Anyway, let's get this played to 5th. Hope everyone's got ready. Hitting up all the fam dam. We're going to do that countdown. I'm talking 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Y'all are fucking awesome. Yeah. Definitely a great collective of minds. Yeah. Yeah. Whiskey River, take my mind, and don't let her memory torch me. Yeah, yeah, Whiskey River, don't run dry. You're all I've got, take care of me. We'll maybe do it in like maybe the verse and the baritone thing. I'm drowning in on the Whiskey River, bathing my memory blind in the wetness of its soul. And I'm feeling the amber current flowing from my mind. and leaving the heart you left so cold. A whiskey river, take my mind, and don't let her memory torture me. Whiskey river, don't run dry. You're all I got, take care of me. How's that range for you? Is that sounding good in the studio? What's the playback on that? I'm still stuck on Wade living in a tent. I can see him now. Got his crops and in the middle of the field. There he is. Dude, some of them like multi-room tents is actually nice. I'm fucking like, dude. Sis said beautiful. There you go. I think that's a take, y'all. Grand voice inevitabilities. It's a dichotomy of both fact and fiction. Non-fiction means it's not fiction, but fiction means it is fiction. And I think that's just awesome. Totally awesome. Totally tubular. I wonder what length of... I meant to Google this at some point, but I wonder what what is the ideal live stream length? Because we usually hour and a half tops most of the time. We have went 2 and 2.5 hours before on the real banger let's all hang out and vibe forever streams. But I wonder, in some streams I've seen go on for fucking months, some up like 6, 8, 12 hours and everything else. So I'm like, what is it that YouTube wants, you reckon? I lived in a 4x8 hole in the side of a hill for a year, so yeah, 10 is perfect. Damn it, buddy. What a baller. Is that when you were living in the woods? I forget what it was that made him come out. I think he got sick or something, and he was just tired of it. He said, all right, it's time to fucking go back to... I guess I'll go back to society as much as I don't fucking want to. I can hear him. Yeah, this fuck sucks. He begrudgingly shambles back into town and says, all right, everyone, here I am. And you're like, oh my God, my baby. And it's like, what's up? Also sounds like some Celtic shit. Just stack some stones and make a fucking little enclave out of it. It wouldn't be so bad. Of course, depending on where you get them stones, you go lighting a fire around them, you could like explode the rock inside the stone. That's why you don't make fire pits out of creek rock. For that exact reason. Or maybe you should burn several incredibly intense fires in it from a safe distance or some shit first. I don't know. Just don't build fucking fire or whatever out of creek rock. 14 years old. Yeah, badass. Fucking badass. He was living every 14-year-old kid to fuck this. I'm just gonna go goddamn Tom Sawyer, Huckleberry Finn this shit. Hell yeah. The wind is picking up. We are looking at storm chances here in the Okefenokee tonight. The good old Kentucky. I haven't been staying updated on it, admittedly, however. So, you know. I was just running a household at 14. Yes, this straight up. Take care of these youngins so we can go to work and keep up the house and probably cook, clean the dinner and everything. Oh, man. Doesn't that sound about like ass, y'all? But hey, I'm sure if there is an afterlife, that's got to be brownie points. If there is a God, there's no way they wouldn't be like, yes, you've suffered, my child. Now partake in this everlasting party. And it's like, well, about damn time, fuck it, yeah. That's my percollection on the matter. Started lawn service after that and rented a room from a friend. Back in the day was different. And let's think, so he's born in 66. So literally 1980, this is Wade. Or I guess so he lives in the woods until he's maybe 15. And then so like 1981, he's got a lawn care service and he's renting a room. He don't give, man. People don't do badass shit like that. I'm going to tell you right now, I fucking didn't. I lived with goddamn my mom and stepdad until I was fucking, shit, I guess I was 19. Yeah. Because I stayed literally a year after school just fucking about, you know what I'm saying? And then I moved out. They didn't make me. It wasn't, oh, you're going to fucking, you ain't going to live here if you don't cut that hair. Some no crazy bullshit or whatever. I left of my own accord completely amicably, and it was fine. And I haven't been back since. So, don't get me wrong, I felt like it was enough of an achievement in its own right. But I certainly wasn't doing live in the woods for a year while I was 14, then fucking be my own. No. And Wade's balls is about like this. Or they certainly were. We'll say that, you know what I'm saying? I got like regular now. And yeah, sis hooked up with Pawpaw. Well, back in the 90s, things were different. We talk a lot about back in the day on this channel. So I got to ask the fam damn, all the folk that are vibing with us, because there's been a few folk hanging out. Smash said, what the hell? If anyone here is feeling funky, what was your day? What was your heyday? You're running wild. What was your golden wild years? If it's now, kick ass. If it's 1981 or 2 or 3 or whatever, the 80s, kick ass. If it was the 90s, 70s, whatever. He's my guardian for a few years. Yeah, we try not to talk about it, think about it, or give any notion to it, but maybe. Smash up in the house. Back then, you give a bag of weed to your friend's mom and you're in. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It ain't like that nowadays. Now, granted, there was some that probably would have borderline took me in, but it's the legality of it, man. You can't, for the most part, unless you willing to do some paperwork, make phone calls, arrange meeting, everything else, can't somebody else's kid just show up at your shit and start living there, especially not without a parent's approval kind of thing. Like, you know what I mean? So I feel like shit's just a little bit stricter on that nowadays. And frankly, I don't know, man. Hey, I'm going to live here for fucking the truancy law. You ain't. Nobody hit it up on heydays, and that bums me out enormously. But we did roll up to 10 likes. And also, Smash showed up. I took in a lot of kids from messed homes. Yeah, but for like months and months and months at a time, feeding them, making sure they go into school, like basically, like actually, maybe not adopting them, but essentially adopting them, like for hellacious periods of time. You know what I mean? I know the answer, but I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Well, at least as far as fam is concerned, I suppose. Tried to adopt Billy. Well, these things happen, dog. They really do. I suppose I should say they Billy do. All right, y'all, we're going to take a moment of a break here. We're going to leave the stream running. We're going to stay straight up gunning. I'm going to take a little trip here. I'm going to see if I can't gather some stuff from our sponsor here. Or we're going to have that quick discussion for a moment. You boys got to grab some water. So in the meantime, everyone think positive thoughts. Everyone vibe and rip, snort, rock, and carry on and such. Your boy will be back. Chat, continue the party at Royal. I made $300 a week back then. That was good money. Dude, admittedly, if you got a serious low cost of living, a person could make that work. Now, if you have any dependents, that ain't happening, but I'm for real. God, it's fucking dark. that a cat there? What the hell is that? Oh, it's an optical illusion. Okay, cool. Which is probably some fantastic shit to hear somebody returning from a fucking break saying, damn, is that a cat? Oh, that's an optical illusion. That's what that is. Got my corporate sponsorship products. Let's fucking go, baby. Now, what did you say? Okay, wow. So, chat, everyone really took the moment to stretch and go get their whatnots and stuff. All right, well, give me a moment here. Pop a top on some more of this water. Because it is cool. Yeah, clear water. I almost got a little too excited about that. It about ended up like yesterday. Oh, fuck yeah. All right. So, vibe check. Hit it up in chat, y'all. Who's all up in here? Let's see who's rocking and rolling with us. Let's see who's keeping this party going. Because you boys, we still got a pretty good little ride left to go here. And I'd love to see who's still hanging with us. And I'm also going to open that fucking door back. So I got to get one more moment. The temperature rose by like 2 degrees, and I was not, how the youngins say, down with that. Here we go. Is chat broken on me? Or did it? Because we got some more people up in here. Wade Lucero's in. All right. We got Wild Man Wade. Sis is up in the house. Let's go. Hold on. Let me return that with a little bit more enthusiasm. Give me one moment. We got Wild Man Wade Lucero up in the house. We got Sis up in the house. We got Rainbow Band up in the house. My baby, my get. Those motherfucking yeehaw. All right. So I can rock and roll with that. They don't, you know. So we've got some sponsorships, right? So portions of our stream, the Stoosey Boys has picked up, I guess, a bit of an unofficial sponsorship, and I couldn't be more than excited about it. It's Salem's kinds of shit. I'm talking business cards, wax melts, maybe making stickers. The list goes on and on. Really, I really should have fucking lived that way. I'd have everything. They make everything from hair bows to wax melts and candles and all kinds of groovy whatnot. And we've got a handle on this. We collaborated, I guess if you want to use official business terms, on this space-scented wax melt line. And I wanted to kind of show off some of these today, baby. Because this thing, I'm all about sponsoring shit that I enjoy. And I understand that y'all can you see those fucking sparklies? It fucking, dude, oh man, that looks cool as hell on camera. That is what's up. Oh, man, I know Minnow actually received some of these as well. Minnow has picked up on that. And when we get that busy man back in the fold, he can attest that these cosmic rainbows right here, they're something else. You got the space station, and look at the groovy like packaging. It's so, I love whatever that art form is. It makes me think of heavy metal. Space station, that's kind of a clean cotton. I'm getting like a fresh linen sort of vibe here. You've got the lunar lavender. Gotta open that door. It's hot in here. Oh, baby. Lunar lavender, as expected. Lavender as hell. And, of course, we've got some citrus sunburst in here. And, of course, whipping citrus. Kind of like makes me think of a key lime pie. And considering I ate key lime pie not that long ago, I consider myself to be a bit of an expert. I had some key lime pie shit right here. Stardust up in the house. Stardust. You know, speak of the devil. Salem's Bows and More. Killer ass wax melt and more company. Fantastic space-scented wax melt lines. We got the space station and the cosmic rainbow. Plus, be real, I forget how many are actually in that line. Shit, it's like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, something like that. Somewhere up there. This is just a handful of samples that the sponsor gave us to flaunt about on stream. I guess I could fire one of these bitches up. Make it short would be the real cool thing to do. Oh, man. That cosmic rainbow, you just want to fucking eat it. That's a problem. Yep. But don't worry, there's a warning label saying there's 8 in the space line. There you go. I thought it was something like that. So it's only half of the space line. The UFO's baller. Cosmonaut Blues is baller. What the hell else was it? Rainbow Road? No. Strawberry Supernova, and I can't remember the last one. I forget. It's like playing cards, bro. It makes me feel the packaging in of itself almost is enough to justify the product. Because my claim was that there are no fucking space. I've never seen space scented wax melts. And granted, there's a lot of conflicting whatever's about space, but man, people vibe on space. Maybe a boy does a little too much, but that's beside the point. Space scented wax melts, and it's so wonderful to have collaborated on this fantastic creator. You know, she's really badass. She knows what she's doing. She's been in the game for fucking years, been making wax melts since fuck. I can't quite recall. I'd have to get with her about the specifics, you know what I'm saying? 2020 at least, if not 2019. Somewhere in there. Been doing it for a hot minute, trust me. These bitches are badass. Totally badass. We got more people in here. This is our product placement. This is what it's come to. I love it, man. I'm straight up. Eventually, I'm going to start commissioning like some candles when we get some extra do-re-mis around, just so we'll have some actual candles of the shit. Glass do be expensive, yo. Ballers, hell, I can't tell the difference between your front and my frogs croaking. Well, know that there's a lot of damn frogs croaking and cicadas screaming and every damn thing else. They've all come out to boogie and party or something. Fuck us and our peace, I guess. The frogs are probably loving it. Whatever eats cicadas is loving it. Them birds be getting plentiful this year. If they eat cicadas. I don't know what does or doesn't eat cicadas. I would assume frogs and birds because, you know, a bug is a bug, but some of them bugs are like made to taste like shit or whatever. Environmental natural defenses. Also, if anyone's new to the fam, damn, let's hit up that subscribe button right here, right now, baby. By golly gosh, hit it up in chat. Let us know where it is and where it's at. You can't tell the difference between my frogs and your frogs. Right on. Your autocorrect has been raising hell on you, hasn't it? But yeah, so cool that we basically have a sponsor. That's fun. That's fun as fuck. Now, somebody can get Midnight Special rolling papers on the phone. We'd love to pick up that sponsorship as well. For them, the normal going rate, if I pick up any sort of sponsorship like that, is going to be a pallet. But for Midnight Special, I'd do it for a case. Yes, sir. Whole fucking case. Let's go. Some apparel would be nice. Don't know if they're allowed to do even remotely any of that, but let's fucking go, baby. Any smaller, if it's a smaller company that wants some credit, I wouldn't, yeah, man, like a case. Just give me some shit that's like mine. I can try it out. We'll show the people. But advertising, baby. I'm all about it. I'm not selling out if I'm enjoying what I'm doing. Now, if I'm out here peddling horse shit that I don't use, that's where all of a sudden I feel like it becomes a deal. Well, I'm not plugging Prime. I'm going to tell you this right now. There will not be a Stoosey Boys flavored Prime. I swear to God, come hell or high water. Now that would be selling out. Fuck a bunch of Prime. I ain't into it. The only thing that scares me is I haven't found even the most backwater off the grid store that I've been in so far. I have found Prime. It has weaved its way into every store. I swear to God, man. It's crazy how Prime just sort of gets everywhere. So frankly, they can't need too much more advertising. They're already goddamn everywhere, so whatever. Chickens and guinea hens will take care of bugs. Word. Well, I don't think they're going to go off into. Well, I mean, they kind of will go off into the woods and eat shit, but they can't get shit that's up so high, and they're going to get full eventually. And I love guineas, adorable animals, till they're pissed, shitting all over your porch. And quails, although you don't really. I don't think you can do anything with quails. If they lay eggs, they got to be like fucking sparrow eggs kind of deal. Or maybe even smaller. I don't get but like that fucking big shit. Peafowls. I gotta say, once we get that fucking killer YouTube money or whatever the hell, yes, they will keep them ticks out of the yard. You're absolutely right. I could totally see as we transform into a half-ass farm, commune, whatever, big fun house, big yeehaw. Totally our form of domestication, because avian things in general are a lot easier to keep. There's a lot less maintenance than, say, any heavy duty shit like hogs or cattle or fucking. I feel like goats. I could see us with some goats. If we had a cow, it'd be like one dairy cow. I can't imagine having any more than that, and frankly, I can't really imagine more than that. It takes a lot of like everything to take care of animals. That's why that harebrained breeder calf scheme didn't work out. They couldn't get that on the planning board. Now, if we had the fenced-in area, we still wouldn't do it. Because, cattle, man. That's a lot of goddamn work. And I feel like a lot of people think people just get the cows, turn them out, let them do their thing, maybe feed them or whatever. They think it's like feeding a dog or some shit. And they just magically done it. No, buddy. You don't know. Not even in the slightest. I don't even fuck with the shit. Part of the reason why I wouldn't fuck with it. If somebody else was inclined to, and we had the fucking do-re-mis, then hell yeah. But they eat scorpion, ticks, even cottonmouth. Damn. It's good to have them motherfuckers around. I know possums ward off snakes because they're snake resistant. Or they're venom resistant. There you go. They're snake resistant. Poisonous snakes anyway. They bite them. It don't do shit to them. Or at least certain snakes, I suppose. But yeah, possums will keep your ticks down, and possums keep the fucking snakes at bay. That's why, as long as they ain't fucking with the cats, I don't fuck with the possums. And frankly, I enjoy them. I stand by that decision. It's like a possum can eat, I forget how many 1,000 ticks in a year or some shit. We've had we've had names for them. We had this one we called Tank. That motherfucker probably weighed every bit of 20, 30 fucking pounds. He was like thick, boy. That goddamn possum was thick with 2 C's. Hell, maybe even 3. He was a big old boy. That son of a bitch. Scared the hell out of that one, Victoria, I think it was. So I happened to be coming in from the headquarters, and I followed him basically. So I'm walking, and all of a sudden here comes this honking fucking possum, and she's just looking out the window like. Apparently they don't have those in Stockton, I think it was. The 4-foot-long plastic glove. Yes, sir. Here, hold my wedding ring. I'm going in. Fuck that. And that's why. Yeah. That's about a bunch of shit. Now, don't get me wrong. I appreciate the fuck out of everyone in the industry every time I eat a goddamn hamburger. Even if it's made out of soy or whatever the fuck. It's beside the point. I feel like we can all argue or agree or whatever that there's at least some meat of some kind in that fucking beef. So there you go. Especially when you're getting your shit fresh and whatever. So you don't have to buy soy. I'm just saying, Definitely, you gotta appreciate the beef people. It is not an easy job dealing with cows. And it's coming from an idiot who knows nothing about it. So you can imagine what somebody who actually knows about it could tell you about it. But just reaffirming what I'm saying is, y'all know. All I know is that it's a bunch of fucking work and it sucks. I have a possum that walks down the sidewalk every night. Hell yeah. You need to give him a name. Call him Night Prowler. I'm the Night Prowler. There's 100% chance that your boy is going to film some possums and set it to that. We have Penelope the porch possum. I love Penelope. Yeah, I got sidetracked. I was talking about Tank. We haven't seen him in some time. I'm sure he met his demise at the hands of a Ford or Chevy or any given automobile. Because, possums, they all have that destiny that they must fucking throw themselves before a moving vehicle and meet their maker for some goddamn reason that's like programmed into their psyche. It sucks, but we have raccoon and skunk too. There are raccoons, but your boy doesn't manage to see them a lot. Raccoons are some vicious bastards. Possums ain't so bad. Like, dog gets loose, okay, well, that little bastard will unalive every possum and probably make a run at a skunk like a dumbass in sight. But raccoon, man, them raccoons liable to do all kinds of damage. But yes, we have Penelope the porch possum, and she's wonderful. I'm patiently waiting for when she hauls up a whole ass load of babies up. That's going to be wonderful. If it was tame enough to slide a bow on its head for just enough time to film it. Oh, man. Put a bow on the fucking possum with its babies. Oh. And because of those critters, we have coyote problems. Well, that's not so much a problem as target practice that you can potentially get paid for if you know the right people. I would have to get in the know-how. I'm pretty sure you don't need a license. And if you take them to the Amish or the Mennonites or whoever the fuck, sometimes it's been like $5, $10, $15, $20 a pelt and shit. So it's like, bro, they're raising hell, fucking up the livestock and everything else. So there's like a bounty on them, man. So you roll through with about 5, 10 of them motherfuckers. I should have heard them screaming their fucking head off the other night. Me and Rainbow was pleading the fifth on the tailgate of the Crook, as a matter of fact. I believe we were up at Sis and Pawpaw's, and they were back there screaming like hell. And then I said something. I was like, shut the fuck up. And of course, as soon as they hear humans, total silence. They immediately stop screaming because they know what's up. At my mom's, it's even better. It's nothing like being surrounded by 4 packs of coyotes. And I know it's 4 packs because they're all in distinctive different directions, screaming at the same time in the middle of the night. It's kind of, and you're like, this is back in the days, dude. It's like when you're first getting really, really, really going. And so like on a 1 to 10 on the Zoot scale, you're up at like a 9.5. And you've got 4 packs of coyotes. Of course, there's distance. It's not like they're all coming for you, and they're like a degree of distance away. But still, when you've got 4 packs of coyotes screaming and it's just surrounded by it, that's wild, man. Yeah, I heard about that, sis. It was like an albino. It sat there bitching and whining as a pup, and then you touched it, and it really started bitching and whining. I'm in LA. You can't even shoot a BB gun. What are you doing in LA, Wade? Did you get lost? Damn, bro. That don't seem like the stomping grounds. What happened there? That's bad news. Of course, I know Wade's a Rolling Stone like hell, but, I kind of figured he had finally rolled more or less to a stop. I genuinely think of him being in the, what do you call it? It was like, okay, we're in Kentucky. Well, he was in like California, I guess, is kind of what I would constitute. And remember, the definition of Kentucky is is not literal to just the area immediately surrounding the border. I argue it's like a county on both sides. You know, there's probably like it's a 50-mile whatever. I had 6 the other night screaming in the street. God damn, LA sounds fucking cool as hell. I don't think I could handle living in the city. Hey, you and me both, sis. I'm with you, 100%. Cities is crazy. Don't get me wrong, boogieing down at the night or whatever, walking around drinking and shit is all fine and fun or whatever. But actually having to live there, it's the traffic. Don't get me wrong, anytime I go to Nashville, we'll use that example. We'll just be candid because, you know, we don't live. I think it's pretty obvious from the noise around me that no, we're definitely not in Nashville. Anytime I've went to Nashville for any reason, it's usually a doctor's appointment the majority of times. And there was that one fun zone at the fucking Bridgestone. Both times with doctor stuff, whenever we get done, I cruise right up through the city just because it is such a fucking world away from what I've pretty much experienced. My entire life has been living out in the quote unquote sticks. Because I argue that even living in town in the local towns surrounding us, it's still almost the sticks compared to that. I mean, all these big ass fucking concrete pillars of glass and steel and shit. And it's even wilder at night because everything's all crazy lit up and everything. And it's almost like being in a sci-fi movie. And maybe we're just that goddamn ho dump or whatever. There ain't a lot of multi-story buildings around us. I gotta say, like it goes. There might be a few in town that may be 3 or 4 or something. Like there's a few tall-ish buildings or whatever, but in large industrial complexes. But you go to the fucking city, man, and they're just everywhere. Big, enormous, goddamn 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, however many goddamn stories you can't even fucking tell. Big, enormous walls and stuff. It's crazy. Oh, man, there's a stink bug on me. Oh, man, he's attacking. He didn't spray me, though. I live just outside Hollywood, but goddamn. Damn. That blows. Or maybe it ain't too bad. I'm just saying. But yeah, seeing all them big ass fucking skyscrapers and shit, it's such a trip. Real fucking trip. Every time. And then once again, when I do drive through the city, that's when you go right all up in through the city and stuff, well, it's going to be an hour minimum before you're on the other side. That's just how it works. That's just inner city traffic, I would assume, anywhere. Any time of day, roughly. Except for in the night on a Sunday. For some reason, Sunday night, you can whoop around that bitch and it's nobody's business. So that's cool. We did discover that one evening, me and Rainbow, actually. And the Parthenon. The Parthenon was the one thing I didn't see that night, but somehow I blindly drove around like that whole ass city and saw everything but the whole motherfucking hamburger. It was crazy. It was so crazy. The freedom of traffic there was nothing. I was like, all this time I hear about traffic here and there's nothing. The city almost sleeps that one evening, I guess. On just any given Sunday night, it's relatively chill. Yeah, city crazy, country good. The only tall things around me are these big ass oak trees. And they some big ones now, let me tell you. You were down on Music Row. Yeah, I swung through there and everything else. Through the college, that one crazy, Dickerson Street. We found, what was the one place? Shabu Shabu. We found Fruity McDougal's, big liquor store down there. Fuck, there was all kinds of shit we saw that night. It was so badass. It was so, and it had been like an incredibly stressful day, and so everything was fine, everything was cool, and it was like boom. Okay, so everything's fine, everything's cool, and we're here. It's like Sunday night. It was like goddamn 10 or 11 or some shit. It was way fucking late, and it was like, all right, we just vibed, man. It was such a real rocking moment. It was something about it, man. Something about it. I love the sticks in Texas. My town population was 250. In Oregon, it was 2,500. Damn it, boy. Our municipalities are like 5K on the one side and probably, I don't know, 3 or 4K on the other. Can't tell. One's somewhat smaller. Hard to say. And then once you go a little further out, and then all of a sudden it's like big. Well, if you consider 120,000 big and whatever the other one's like 89,000 or some shit, something like that. Tossing numbers around blindly and wildly. You get the gist. It ain't no 250. I guess our specifically where we're at, kinda. Be real with you, Wade. I guess if you want to get super technical, like by the address or whatever, kinda. I guess we are living in a town of 250. It's just when the other towns are so relatively close, it kind of. Just live in between two settlements. How about that? All right, y'all. It's been a real rocking, rip snorting, long ass, crazy fucking stream. It's definitely been a fun time hooping and such. I guess I'll take this opportunity to prepare us up some fifth for later yeehaw or what have you. To shout it out, get us some clothes and whatnot. So we was talking steel canyons of glass and whatnot, held up by magic and mirrors. It's all an illusion. And that's something else I kept thinking too. I'm like, man, if this is a simulation, it's got some detail to it, don't it? Like whether we're in a simulation or not, is that a broad statement we can all vibe with? If this is a simulation, it's the frame rate looks awesome. Anybody ever feel 120,000, but it's technically inside LA, so it's over 4 million. Yeah. How about no? Don't get me wrong, Nashville's big. It's like the 21st or 19th or 17th or 18th. It's in somewhere in the neighborhood of the largest city in the U.S., but LA is literally 2. It's like New York, LA, Chicago, Houston, Dallas, or some shit like that. I know the first 3 are right. Yeah, we talking geography up on your ass. Westmoreland is a town located in Sumner County. Oh, wow. It has that one town way over yonder way has a population of 3,000. Well, how many's in Bristol? That's probably the closest municipality. Let's throw Bristol on there real quick. How about Bristol? Ooh, and give me Johnson City, too. Let's talk Bristol. Message retracted. Ha! Ha ha! Ah, the humor runs wild. Sorry. Oh, no, it's hilarious. It's funny as fuck. Well, y'all, and on that funny note, as I said, like I say, we was on closed out. Hope everyone's had a great time. Hope everyone's enjoyed this wonderful live stream. Y'all have been fantastic. It's been a roller coaster of a stream, I'm not going to lie. All kinds of wild craziness. But peace, calm, positivity, love, safety, determination from the Stoosey Boys to you, from Kentucky City, all the way around the world or across the flat map that is the world. Hope all y'all have a good one. Hope all y'all have a great one, a good night, a great sleep, all that, and then some. Kicking off a badass weekend. Hope y'all stand by for some killer cool content, and hope all y'all once again have a good one. So it's been C-Man and the Stoosey Boys, and I reckon it's peace, y'all. By golly, God.